Is follow your heart a scam? You hear that all the time. I don't think it's a scam at all, but I think it's different than what you would think. I think that we've made a mistake and we identify our emotions as our heart. Our emotions are simply our response to situations based on meanings that we've attached to them. Happy, sad, joyful, angry. Those are emotions that we've attached. Being heart-centered, truly heart-centered, means being open to experience everything that life has to give. The ups, the downs, the surprises, the expecteds. It's about being present in the moment and having a full experience of what's in front of you. And when you have that, you understand that living with a closed heart means you're not experiencing all of life. Living with a closed heart means that you have preferences and you think that you can change your life, you can change the world, you can change other people so that they meet your preferences. Do you think you're going to get disappointed? You have absolutely no power over anyone else. You have no power over life. That's the illusion that the mind, the ego, has created. The truth is, life happens around you. Most everything in life happens around you. And there's nothing you can do to change it. You are just sort of dropped in the middle of life. But what you do have is you have the ability to perceive how you see everything. And a person with an open heart perceives the opportunity to experience everything. My God, that's the greatest gift in the world, because the experience of everything and anything is truly what gives us wisdom. It's not studying in a book, but it's experiencing all of life. You can't know happiness without knowing sadness. You can't know abundance without having experienced lack. We take for granted that which we've not experienced the opposite of. Someone the other day was asking me, well, you're well off. How can you talk about this? And I went back and I said, I was still in college. I got married. My wife and I had no money. We had one car. We had no place to live. We had no jobs. And we got married. We moved in with my mom and dad. I got a job working midnights at a Wrigley's, which is like a grocery store, stocking shelves. Jean got a job working a delicatessen making sandwiches while we went to school. We had no money. 6 months later, we moved out into a house that my mother inherited from my great uncle. The house was like, oh my God, 700 square feet, cinder blocks, in a very, very unattractive area of Detroit. And we were grateful. We bought a second car, $100. We bought a 1961 Ford Falcon that was rusted out. My father took the car to the fire station where he worked and covered the seats and the floor in carpeting that they found in a dumpster. I know what it's like not to have money, but I also know what it's like to not have money and be okay with it, and to thrive with it, and to be happy with it. The experience of no money let me understand that money does not bring you happiness. Not at all. Here's what I know. You can be rich, you can be poor, you can be middle class, whatever it is, and you're going to be miserable if you're following your emotions, if you're tuning out to one side of life. You weren't meant to tune out. You were meant to experience everything. That is the greatest spiritual teaching ever. This is what the Buddha meant. is that life is suffering. Life is suffering when you fight the natural rhythm that is life. When you embrace that life is going to flow in and life is going to flow out, and you're fully present, then you start to appreciate the beauty of this magnificent gift that we've all been given. Just some words to think about today. Embrace everything. Be grateful for everything, because everything that's ever happened to you has made you the person you are now. Everything that will happen to you can make you a different person, depending on your perspective. Open your heart, fully live in the moment, and let that love guide you the way. Much love.